Hello students, let's do data handling exercise 24B. This is on page number 267. Question 8. The pocket expenses per day of Anuj during a certain week from Monday to Saturday were all these, okay? Find the mean pocket expenses per day. So we are still continuing with data handling and we are doing mean in all these questions. So here we have been given the pocket expenses of a person called Anuj and these are per day. Per day what his expenses are during a week. Now what is a mean pocket expense per day? So that means what is one rough figure around how much he would have spent per day? An average, like an average. So let's begin by first finding the sum of all the observations. That means we have to add up this amount that he has spent during the whole week. So we are starting with the first day. So that is 85 rupees and 40 paisa. Add up the next one, 88 rupees. Then we have 86 rupees and 50 paisa, 84 rupees and 75 paisa. Then we continue to add. We need to add 82 rupees 60 paisa and 87 rupees 25 paisa. So this is addition of decimal numbers. You need to be careful. You need to put all the decimal numbers in the right places because of the point. So this is 88.0. Then we have 86.50, 84.75, 82.60 and 87.25. Now when you add up all these, you get 514.50. Okay, so remember to arrange your numbers in order and add it up. So the sum of all the observations is rupees 514 and 50 paisa. So this is our first step, sum of all observations. Then we're going to write the number of observations. How many observations are there? Let's count. So here we have 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. We have 6 observations. So that will be 6. Now we're going to find the required mean and the formula is sum of all observations by the number of observations. So sum of all observations is 514.50. Number of observations is 6, so we have to divide these two. So let's do this division. So this number is a decimal number and this is a whole number. So we can do this. Now 6 eighths are 48 minus, now here borrow, 11 minus 8 is 3, 34, 8 is 6 fives are 30. 6 fives are 30 minus, we have 4 here. Now we have a decimal point here which we carry on top and put it there. And now we bring down the other number 5, this is 45. 6 sevens are 42 minus 5 minus 2 is 3. Bring down the next number, that is 0, 30. 6 5s are 30. Minus, we've got a remainder 0, so we can stop our division here. So our quotient is 85.75. So what is the required mean? The required mean is rupees 85.75. So what is our answer? Our question here was find the mean pocket expenses per day. So the mean pocket expenses per day is 85 rupees 75 paisa. So around this much he spent per day. Okay, so the mean pocket expenses, that should be a final answer. Mean pocket expenses per day is 85 rupees and 75 paisa. So write your answer out like this, your final answer. Question 9. If the mean of 8, 10, 7, x plus 2 and 6 is 9. So they've already told us what the mean is. They've told us that the mean is 9. It's already given to us. Now what do we have to find out here? We have to find out the value of x. So in this question we are not asked to find the mean. Instead mean is already given to us and we are asked to find the value of x. So let's begin by first saying the given observations. What are all the given observations? We have 8, 10, 7, x plus 2 and 6. So we are going to use the formula to find mean like we did for the other questions, and with the help of that we are going to find the value of x. So we follow the same steps. So sum of all observations, let's add up all this again. So just like we do for all the other questions, we're going to do for this also. So 8 plus 10 plus 7 plus x plus 2 plus 6. Okay, so this will be 8 plus 10 plus 7. So how much is that? 8 plus 10 is 18. 18 plus 7 is 25. 25 plus 6 is 31. So let's write that 31 plus x plus 2. So now I can open the brackets. Now 31 plus 2 is 33, and then we have x. So this is x plus 33. So we have got the sum of all the observations. Now the number of observations, how many observations are there? So let's count and see. 1, 2, 3, this whole thing is 1, so that's 4 and 5. So the number of observations is 5. Now let's use that same formula to find mean. Mean is sum of all observations by the number of observations, isn't it? Now if you see, mean is already given to us. It's given to us as 9. The mean is 9. The question says that. So here, instead of mean here, we're going to substitute and write 9. And here, sum of all observations also we have found it. It's x plus 33. So let's write that x plus 33 divided by the number of observations, which is 5. So this is what we have now. Now from this we're going to find the value of x. So this is just like a linear equation. So we're going to solve this linear equation and find the value for x. So x plus 33 by 5 is equal to 9. So to find the value of x, I say x plus 33. On the other side we have 9, isn't it? I'll leave 9 as it is. Then we have this 5 here, x plus 33 by 5. I'm not going to write the 5 here. Instead, I'm going to move 5 to the other side. So here it is division. When 5 moves to the other side, it becomes multiplication. So this is into 5. So now x plus 33 is 9 5s are 45. Now let's find the value of x. X is equal to 45. Now I'm going to transpose this plus 33 to the other side. It will become minus 33. Now we can find the value of x. X is equal to 45 minus 33 is 12. So we have found the answer. The value of x is 12. Here we've been asked find the value of x. We have found the value of x to be 12. Question 10. Find the mean of the first 6 multiples of 3. So the first thing we have to do is write down the first 6 multiples of 3. Multiples are simply the tables. So let's write the first 6. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, 3 threes are 9, 3 fours are 12, 3 fives are 15, and 3 sixes are 18. So we have 6 multiples. So the first step is find the sum of these observations. That means the first 6 multiples. Let's add it up. 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 12 plus 15 plus 18. So when you add all this up, you get 63. So sum of all observations is 63. Next thing is how many observations are there? The question itself says 6. Okay, so number of observations is 6. Now let's find the mean. The required mean here is sum of all observations divided by the number of observations. So here we have 63, which is the sum, and the number of observations is 6. So divide 63 by 6. So this will be 6 ones are 6 minus 0, bring down 3. So that's 0. Now let's continue with our division by putting a point here and a point. Put a 0, bring that 0 down. Now we have 30. 6 fives are 30. So our remainder is now 0. And what is our quotient? Our quotient is 10.5, which is the required mean, 10.5. So this is the answer to the question. And what is the question? Find the mean of the first 6 multiples of 3, which is 10.5. Remember, mean is a number that will come within these numbers. It will come in between these numbers. Okay, it is a representation of these numbers. Question 11. Find the mean this time of the first 5 prime numbers. So first let's write down the first 5 prime numbers, starting with 2. 2, then we have 3, 5, 7 and 11. These are the first 5 prime numbers. So let's begin the first step. Sum of all the observations. 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 11. Now the sum of all this is 28. So we have the sum of all the observations. Next step, we have to write the number of observations, and the question itself says there are 5 observations. So the number of observations is 5. Now we have to find the required mean, which is sum of all observations divided by the number of observations. So 28 divided by 5. So 28, let's divide it by 5. 5 fives are 25. We have a remainder. So we're going to continue our division by putting a point and putting a 0 and bringing the 0 down. Now our number is 30. 5 sixes are 30. So now the remainder is 0. And what is our quotient? 5.6, which is the required mean. 5.6 is our answer here. Question 12. The mean of 6 numbers is 15, and these are the 6 numbers. We are asked to find the mean of the first 4 numbers. So here there are 4 numbers here, but we can't take these numbers like this because we don't know the value of x. So the first thing we need to do is find the value of x using the same formula, the same method that we use to find the mean. So let's do that first. So sum of all observations, we're going to add up all these things, all these terms here. So here we have x minus 5, this is the first expression, plus x minus 1 plus, next one is simply x, then we have x plus 2, then we have x plus 4, and the last one is x plus 12. So these are all our expressions. Now we're going to remove the brackets. So when you remove brackets, always see the sign before the bracket. Here it is plus. Here before the bracket, again we have plus. Before the bracket, again we have plus. Before the bracket, again we have plus. So if you have plus, then remember nothing inside will change. The terms inside will remain the same. So let's remove the brackets and write everything as it is. Okay. So x minus 5 plus x minus 1 plus x plus x plus 2 plus x plus 4 plus x plus 12. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take all the x terms 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 x terms. So this will be 6x. Now let's take all the whole numbers. So here we have minus 5. Then we have minus 1 here. Then we have plus 2. Then we have plus 4. Then we have plus 12. Now this we're going to work out. Now here let's only take these minus signs together. When signs are the same, put the same sign and add. So 5 minus plus 1 is 6. Now let's take all these because they all have the plus sign. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 12 is 18. So we have plus 18. Now here again, as you can see, we have different signs. When signs are different, put the sign of the bigger number and subtract. So this would be plus. Now subtract 18 minus 6. 18 minus 6 is 12. So here we have plus 12. Put it along with this 6x here. We added up all the x. Now we added up all the numbers and we got plus 12. So let's write that there, plus 12. So now that we've got the sum of all the observations, the next thing is to write the number of observations. The question itself says there are 6 observations. So let's write 6. Now let's use the formula to find mean, sum of all observations by the number of observations. So mean is already given to us. What is the mean? It's there in the question. Mean is 15. So 15 is the mean. Sum of all the observations is 6x plus 12 and the number of observations is 6. So now this has become an equation. Now we're going to find the value of x from this. Okay, so 6x plus 12, let's write it as it is. Let's write 6x plus 12 as it is. On the other side of the equation, we already have 15. And we are going to move this 6, which is division, to the other side. From here, when it goes to the other side, it becomes multiplication. So into 6. So here, this is 6x plus 12 is equal to 90. Now we can find the value of 6x. That will be 90 minus 12 because we've moved plus 12 to the other side. So now 6x is equal to 78. So now we can find the value of x. X will be equal to 78 divided by 6. 78 divided by 6 is 13. So the value of x is 13. So we have found x now. So with the help of this value of x, we can find all these numbers by replacing x with 13. So we're going to find all 6 numbers. So let's start with the first one. The first one is x minus 5, isn't it? X minus 5. So we're going to replace x with 13. We just found out that x is 13. So 13 minus 5 is how much? 8. So the first number is 8. So we finished with the first number. Let's take the second one. The second one here is x minus 1. So let's do that. X minus 1 and x is 13. 13 minus 1 is 12. So we have found the second number. Our second number is 12. Now let's find the third one. What is our third number here? The third is simply x. That means it's 13 itself, isn't it? So the third number is 13. Now let's look at the fourth one. Fourth one is x plus 2. So x plus 2, replace x with 13. 13 plus 2, which is 15. So that is our fourth number. Fourth number is 15. Then let's take the fifth number, which is x plus 4. So let's write that. X plus 4. So now replace x with 13. That is 13 plus 4, which is 17. So our next number is 17. Now let's go on to the last one. The last one is x plus 12. So let's write that. X plus 12. And x is 13. 13 plus 12 is 25. So that is our last number, 25. So now we have all 6 numbers. So these are our 6 numbers here, 8, 12, 13, 15, 17 and 25. Now what is the question asking us to do? We are asked to find the mean of the first 4 numbers only these 4 numbers. So let's do that. So now first let's write down the first 6 numbers that we got. So these are the 6 numbers. From this, what are we asked to find? We are asked to find the mean of only the first 4 numbers. So let's start working out on that. So the mean of the first 4 numbers means the step is sum of all the observations. So take only the first 4 numbers, that is 8 plus 12 plus 13 plus 15. We have to add this up and get the sum. And that is 48. The sum is 48. Next step is the number of observations. We are taking only 4, so the number is 4. Now let's find the mean. Sum of all observations by the number of observations. So this will be sum of all is 48. The number of observations is 4. Divide 48 by 4. So you can do it here itself. 4 ones are 4 and 4 twos are 8. So what is our answer? 12. So required mean here is 12. So we've been asked to find the mean of the first 4 numbers. So the mean of the first 4 numbers is 12. Remember, the answer that you get will be in between these numbers. It will be in between these numbers or one of these numbers. It will not be less than this. It will not be more than this. Okay. So it will be one of these numbers. So our answer here is 12. Question 13. Find the mean this time of the squares of the first 5 whole numbers. You need to read your question carefully. We are talking about whole numbers and the first 5 whole numbers. That means whole numbers start from 0. And then we have to find the squares of those numbers and then the mean of that. So let's begin by saying the first 5 whole numbers. Let's write down the whole numbers first. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the first 5 whole numbers. Now the squares of these whole numbers. Okay, 0 square, that is 0 into 0 is 0. 1 ones are 1. 2 twos are 4. 3 threes are 9. 4 fours are 16. So these are the square of these whole numbers. Now we have to find the mean of the second row. So mean of this. So for this we follow all the steps. First one is sum of these observations, that is add up these numbers. 0 plus 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16. So when you add this up you get 30. So the sum is 30. Next step is the number of observations. How many are there? The question says 5. So the number of observations is 5. Now the formula to find the mean, sum of all observations divided by the number of observations. Sum is 30, the number is 5. So here itself we can do 30 divided by 5 is 6. So the required mean or the mean of the first 5 whole numbers is 6. Question 14. If the mean of these numbers 6, 4, 7, p and 10, if the mean is 8, find the value of p. Okay, so now the given observations. What are the given numbers now? 6, 4, 7, p and 10. And sum of all observations. These are the steps we're going to follow. 6 plus 4 plus 7 plus p plus 10. So add up all the numbers. 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 plus 7 is 17. 17 plus 10 is 27. So this will be p plus 27. So this is the sum of all the observations. Then the next step is number of observations. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 observations. Now we're going to use the formula for mean to find the value of p. So mean is sum of all observations by the number of observations. Now what is mean? Mean is already given to us in the question as 8. Mean is 8. Sum of all the observations is p plus 27 and the number of observations is 5. So this is an equation. We're going to find the value of p. We're going to say p plus 27 equals, on the other side we have 8. Now we're going to move this 5 to the other side. It's division here. When it goes to the other side, it becomes multiplication. So here we say into 5. So p plus 27 is 8 5s are 40. Now we can find the value of p. We can say p is equal to 40 minus 27 because we have transposed the 27 from here to the other side. So here it is plus. So when it went to the other side, it became minus. Now we simply have to minus 40 and 27 to find the value of p. So p is equal to, let's write that. P is equal to 40 minus 27, which is 13. So we have found the value of P and that is 13. So we'll stop with this for now, children. In our next video, we will continue with the remaining questions. Thank you, children.